Debonair. Okay. What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And the video didn't even start yet, y'all are realest ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Yeah, for those that for those that don't know, Andrew Tate was recently arrested in Europe on some serious charges. Some words I can't even say because YouTube will flag and try to demonetize it. But just know it's with holding people against their will and other serious assaulting charges. Man, he was I believe he was released. They showed videos of him walking out of the jail. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going to happen. It was crazy. So I'm going to do a whole separate video on that. I'm just waiting for more information to come along. But I wanted to do this video, right? And this is a video I found prior to hold on. Yeah, this is a video that I found prior to all that stuff that was going on. So maybe it's a little bigger. Oh, why am I so small? Hold on. But yes, let's get into it. This, I ain't gonna lie, this video might be a little long because this video is about 15 minutes long off rip. But you know, it is what I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if he's like reacting to it. I don't know. He doesn't really say anything. But anyway, I believe this is on Pearly's Just Pearly Things. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, actually, no. ESC. Who's ESC podcast? Shout out to them. I don't know who that is. Shout out to them. But let's get into this video, y'all. We got a lot to talk about today.
Because you've been through a lot in your life. I like when she told me that you were going to be on and we were going to be on this panel together, I started watching a bunch of your videos, and it really was like, there's so much that you have been through, which is why you have a well of wisdom, right? And the difference between me and you is that you're glorified for it, and I am burned at the stake for everything that I've been through. And it's so funny because people have always said that we were two sides of the same coin, as far as like, well, if Andrew Tate gets banned, Brittany Renner should get banned, because we are all about accountability and fucking truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been through a lot, I've been through a lot. I'm seen as used goods, you're seen as a high value man. Yeah. So if you're me, then what? What's next?
Yeah, it's really interesting. And it's interesting you make that observation, and you are correct. That's the difference between the masculine and the feminine. It's unfair, I guess. The world's not fair, but that's the difference between the masculine and the feminine. Men are respected for going through things and surviving, and women are the complete opposite. They're shamed for going through things and surviving. If you look at women, love scars on men for a reason. He's gone through something.
They're war wounds.
Yeah, they're war wounds. Men don't want a chick covered in scars. I'll say this right now, that a woman, the more trauma she goes through, the more masculine she naturally becomes. And if you were to give me my ideal woman, I would not have wanted her to have a hard life and a bunch of trauma. I like the idea of her having a soft feminine life and being a soft person, and I can take care of her and protect her. Whereas as a man, to be a good man, you need to have been through a bunch of trauma, because if you haven't been through trauma as a man, you're a weakling. You have to have been through a bunch of shit. So the masculine and the feminine is a very interesting point there. As for, I don't know your history, I don't know the past, but we can just talk in generalizations in regards
people
to
like me, I guess, under the same umbrella. It doesn't have to be personal.
Yeah, I don't know any of it, but we'll give generalizations. One of the main reasons that men are scared of a female with history is because it makes the man insecure. And scared dogs bite. So this is why men will snap or get angry quick, or they'll bring up your history. If you get an argument with him, he'll bring up your history, whatever. But a lot of it is insecurity, and it's not insecurity because the man is insecure. The female paradigm in society convinces men, any man who says anything, you're insecure. It's not insecure in that way. It's insecure in a very realistic, logical way. Like I was saying earlier, she's had a lot of life experience. Let's be honest.
Before he keeps going, yes. And most guys like me, right? I'm not saying that I'm for or against it, but most guys like me, we don't care about a woman's past because I'm not insecure. I don't have any insecurities about it. And to piggyback off what he's saying, a lot of guys are insecure about it, right? Like, for example, a girl that slept with a lot of guys. A lot of guys feel insecure about it mainly, and this is my opinion, mainly because he will think, oh, okay, cool, I'm not going to be the best that she's ever had. I'm not going to be the biggest that she's ever had. I'm not going to be that guy that brought that freaky, deaky ass side out of her from high school, college, whatever the case may be, right? I'm not going to be that guy. And that's why a lot of guys feel some type of, in my opinion, that's why a lot of guys feel some type of way about it. I've did videos where I've said, yo, listen, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind settling down with a girl that already had her whole phase. I had my whole phase multiple times, more times than probably more than others. But that's one of the main reasons why I don't look at that as like, oh, as quote unquote a red flag. Yes, of course, I would prefer to have a woman that didn't go through that, obviously, right? Whatever, we all do. But if I was to get into a relationship with a chick that had a whole phase, I wouldn't mind it, mainly because number one, I don't want to be a hypocrite or someone that's like, oh, well, you had a whole phase and I just had a whole phase. Come on, bro. I'm not going to judge you because you slept with 5 guys and I slept with 20 chicks. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But again, like he said, it's insecurities. Whether it's right or wrong, that's top for another day. I'm just telling y'all, you know, from what how a lot of guys view it when it comes to dating a woman. A lot of guys don't like those type of things. And women know this stuff, man. Women know this stuff. And that's the reason why women lie about like their body counts and, oh, have you ever had a threesome? You ever had a training run and stuff like that? Like a lot of chicks lie about stuff like that, bro. Like I'm telling y'all right now, we've been doing that stuff since high school, since college. Where all these women at? Now all of them coming out here saying, oh, I never did that. But where y'all was at? Y'all was doing it in high school. And anyway.
Richest guy she's ever had? No. Am I the most famous guy she's ever had? No. Am I the best looking guy she's ever had? No. Like, what's keeping her here? And then part of it comes down to, well, am I second place? If she could do better, would she do better? Like, there's a whole bunch of insecurity involved. And that's where tiny things, like I'm talking, I know it sounds like dumb shit, tiny things about the favorite car brand become more important than ever, right? Mm-hmm. It's your job as a woman, regardless of how much sexual history you've had or what guy you're with, etc. It's your job as a woman to make your man feel secure in the fact and make him feel like a man, like Auntie was saying, make him feel like the man no matter what he does, so that he feels like you really truly believe he's the best choice for you on the planet. That's your job to do. Now, if you've had a checkered past, that's perhaps more difficult. You need to be more tactful with it, more tactical about it. But you have to achieve the same result. You have to do the exact same thing, right? So, yeah, it's easy for me if I get a 21-year-old virgin from some village in Slovakia and I'm multi-millionaire Andrew Tate. Of course, it's a very easy, she's never had better, she'll never get better, she's never been anywhere, boom, boom, easy one, right? But like you said, the world's not so idealistic. The reality is that people have had relationships, etc., etc. But a man is happiest in the relationship when he feels like man in the house and when he truly feels like you believe he's the best man that you could possibly ever get and have ever gotten. Because a man is jealous. I'll tell you something. I used to say this to girls as like a joke. And I used to say, I say it's a joke. So you cheated on me before I met you. And she'd be like, what do you mean? I didn't even know you. It's like, yeah, you fucked that guy before I even knew you. You cheated on me. And they used to laugh, whatever. But that's how men think. That's the male mind. Like, I love you. And you've been fucked by who? But I didn't know you. I don't care if you knew me. You should have waited. What do you mean? But that's the male mind. So he is in competition with all of your exes and all of your lifestyle and all the things you've done permanently. And it's down to you as a woman to sit there and go, how do I make him secure in himself and secure in his masculinity and make him believe that investing in me is still worthwhile because I still truly value him, despite the fact that I could do X, Y, Z. I hope that gives some clarity, but that's the answer.
Because they're about to switch topics, right? They're about to switch topics. And what was I saying earlier? What was I saying earlier, right? What did Andrew Tate just say? And again, and real quick, y'all, because again, I know it's a lot of crap going on around this man and his name. I don't know what's going on. We're waiting on more details to come out. All I know is he was arrested, and then he got I don't know if he bonded out. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Again, he has some very, very serious allegations and charges against him. Hey, only time will tell. We'll see what happens. With that being said, outside of that, right? A lot of things this man said is accurate. A lot of things this man said is the truth, is right. A lot of guys are insecure about the type of women that they're in a relationship with because they know for a fact, just like he said, they know for a fact you're going to be competing with all those other guys for the rest of your life, for the rest of her life. Me personally, I get it. number one, I get it, I understand it. Why a lot of guys feel some type of way. Because just picture it. You settle down in a relationship with a chick you met from wherever. Y'all talking, y'all dating, y'all doing this, that, and the third. Y'all start having. Let's just throw sex into it, because I'm telling you right now, sex is huge with women, and you see it all the time online. But you know they'll cap in person. Oh, it's not about sex; it's about communication. That's the cap. You see situations like this all the time, where the guy will be in a relationship with a girl. Like let's go back to our example, right? He starts dating her. They're officially together. They start sleeping together after 3-6 months of dating or whatever. Now, if you're in a situation where your stroke game or sex game, whatever you want to call it, is nowhere near what she's used to, you're going to feel some type of way. If you can't get her to have an orgasm as easily as all those other 5-10 guys she slept with, there's going to be a problem. You're going to feel some type of way about it. You can't get her off. You can't get her wet. You can't get her that sexually motivated stuff where she waking up 3 o'clock in the morning on some, yo, I'm trying to slap you down real quick. Stuff like that. You're going to feel some type of way. There's going to be a problem. I don't care how strong-minded you are. You're going to feel some type of way. You're going to be competing with her exes for the rest of your life. It's unfortunate. Me personally, I don't think like that. I'm just saying how a lot of insecure guys think. I don't believe in comparing myself to other men, but that's the topic for another day. Whatever. We're not gonna get to all that. But I haven't heard anything that Tate said wrong yet. I haven't heard him say anything wrong. At least not yet.
Not been in the history of humanity, across any culture, any book, any story, any fable, there has never been across the history of humanity any respect put on the name of a promiscuous female ever. Ever. You name the biggest conquerors that you can possibly name from history. Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all of them. They all had 100 wives, bunch of children, Big G, conquered the world. Normal. That is normal evolutionary biology. That's how men are designed to be. There's never been a single female who's been celebrated for her promiscuity ever in history. It's always been frowned upon and disgusting. So yes, we are completely and utterly different. Yes, it's different if a woman cheats on a man. And if a man is at a complete top level of his life and ticks every single box, and if he decides to be loyal, which some do, and I can be loyal, and I have been loyal, but there's also times in my life where I think, fuck it, I don't want to be, and get a new girlfriend every single day of the week. I can do that, and I can decide to do that. If a woman decides to do the same, purely because her value is high enough to attract so many males, because she's beautiful, for example, it is completely different. And I'm going to explain to you why it's completely different, so buckle up. It's different. It's different. It's different. Well, I'll tell you why. It is impossible for a female to be promiscuous on a long enough period of time without devaluing herself, because she is fucking people she shouldn't be fucking. There is no way she is sleeping with endless men, and all of them are either high-value men or treating her the way she should be treated. If you find a woman who slept with 50, 100 dudes, she's either fucking dudes which aren't at her level or haven't worked hard enough to try and get the pussy. She was just too drunk to realize he's a loser who plays video games. Or she's fucking a top G who barely texts her back. So either way, she's fucking dudes she shouldn't be fucking, or a guy who's at the level who doesn't give her the right amount of attention. For a woman to find a guy who's truly on a level, who truly treats her the way she should be treated, that's once every couple years, if that. You ain't just gonna go out there fucking a new dude every week and say, yeah, he's worth pussy. Yeah, he treats me good enough to get my pussy. Da da da. And you know what's funny about the universe? It's actually beautiful about the universe, because it's equal and opposite forces. When you devalue yourself, it's kind of like men can smell it on you. They can just look at a bitch and go, oh. And that's the way it works. So you have to be very careful as a female and sit and go, does this man truly deserve to fuck me? And if you think about it, the answer 99% of the time, especially if you're promiscuous, is no. So when a woman is sleeping around with all these men, she's devaluing herself. She's devaluing herself, and the world knows, God knows, the universe knows. When a man does it, he doesn't devalue himself at all. That's just the way it works.
Can I ask you a question?
Before they start, I wanted to stop him earlier, but I'm trying to, because people getting at me talk about, damn, you keep stopping. All right, bro, what you want me to do? When people start making great points, I have to say something. Mr. Andrew Tate is correct. And again, like I said earlier, a lot of women know this. A lot of women know this. That was my thing not popping up. Oh, there it is. They know this. Which is the reason why, again, they're going to lie and do all these things to cover up or justify why they're doing it. Just like he said, they're either messing with a guy that's on the low end, broke, not about his business, not financially stable, this, that, and third. You should be talking to him anyway. And then they're messing with other guys that's way above their league and don't have time for them, don't treat them with respect, just there to throw money at them, get the ass and keep them moving. I've told y'all, and whatever, I can't remember the name of the video, man. PSA to all women, he'll spend money on you, but he won't cuff you, something like that. If I remember, I put the eye at the top. Where I've told y'all about my homegirl, and this man was spending thousands of dollars on her. This man was clearing $400,000 a year at doing whatever the hell he was damn doing. I think he was selling like solar panels or some crap like that. And she, oh, well, he bought me this, and he bought me that. He spent $4,000 on the purse, and he spent da-da-da-da-da. Bro, I would too if I was making damn near 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 a month. That's nothing. That's chump change. $4,000 is chump change to that man. But is he treating you with respect? No. Is he trying to seriously cuff you and date you? No. And that's the difference, ladies. That is the difference. Is the man you're talking to actually with you, for you, actually trying to vet you or make you, a fiance and or a girl, a wife? Just like you said, earlier, the answer is probably no. And a lot of y'all were trying to mask it. Oh, well, I'm just trying to get to the bag. I'm just trying to get to the bag. And if he's broke, you say, oh, well, the dick good, so I don't care. And then when you end up being a single mom, then it's an issue. It's a problem. You feel some type of way about it. You should have never been messing with those guys from the jump, from the beginning. From the beginning. And this is where accountability, reasoning, logic just so happens just to escape their damn mind. So what else is he supposed to say about something like that?
Wait, Esther, 1 second. Sir, may I ask you a question? What would you say if a woman now is married to 2 men?
Haram.
Why?
No, I'll tell you why. Let's talk about this. What is the difference between a man, let's say me, I have 4 wives, right? What's the difference between a man having 4 wives and a woman having 4 men?
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time.
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time, and we know who the parents are, right? So let's say you had 4 pregnancies, you know who the mother is because she's carrying the baby, and you know who the dad is, top G. If you had a woman with 4 men and she gets pregnant, who's the parents?
What about if...
No, I'm asking.
Okay,
do you know?
I asked, what if they're different races?
Answer
one white,
the
one black.
You don't know.
She don't want to answer the question because she knows the answer. You don't know. And this is what always happens when women get in these type of situations. They're going to deflect. They're going to try to derail the conversation, change the topic, or just not answer the question, just like what she did. She didn't want to answer the damn question.
The question.
You don't know. Now, modern science can come along and maybe fix that for you, but that doesn't mean it's not wrong in the eyes of God. The idea of having a family, the idea of a child being born, one of the baselines for a new life to come onto this planet is for at least to understand who the 2 people who made it are. At least. If you have a woman fucking 4 dudes, you don't even know who got her pregnant.
So may I just say...
Disgusting.
Wait.
Have you seen the twins that had 2 different dads?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. May I just say something then? So if that is the case, if the one thing that you're meant to have is at least you know who the 2 people that put that child on earth are, then that's why promiscuity for men is also a problem, because they get women pregnant. Sometimes they don't even know they have children. That's haram, no? No,
it's completely different. It's different because you have to understand, I'm talking about humans. You look at humans from a societal perspective, but society has changed, right? So let's say 200-300 years ago, if a woman got pregnant, she needed a man to survive. Yes. If that man didn't take care of her during pregnancy, she was going to die. She couldn't work a job, she couldn't hunt, couldn't fish, whatever, right? A woman literally needed that man for survival. So if you were to come to me and say, I'm pregnant, but you've been fucked by 4 different dudes, I'd be like, who says it's mine? Why am I looking after you? None of them want to look after her. She will literally perish. This is why in most of the world today, still today, virginity is so coveted, and throughout all of history it's been so coveted, because that's the only way to ensure paternity. She's a virgin, I know that's my baby. She ain't a virgin, prove it's mine. Outside of this modern science bullshit, shaitan, the devil we have here in the West, in most of the world today, without virginity or at least a low body count or at least anti-promiscuity, you can't tell that that's your baby. So it's a completely different thing. You're looking at the idea of a woman being...
Look at Brittany Renner's face. She's so uninterested. She's so uninterested. She's so upset. She's so mad. Look at her face.
pregnant and coming to a group of men and saying, one of you has to take care of me and put up with me when I'm fat and moody and annoying and I need my bills paid. And all the men are going to sit there and go, no, fuck no, prove it's mine. You can't prove it, bounce. Whereas different. If I get 4 women pregnant, we know the deal.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So obviously back then for survival, women needed a man. Otherwise, when they were pregnant, they could die and all of these things, they would perish. In today's society, given evolution, given the fact that as women we can go and get... Men. Yeah, but I'm not saying that. Isn't there a glitch between what is actually happening and the nature of what we have in our bodies? I think that's probably the conflict that we're having right now.
Glitch in what way?
In the sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense, perhaps naturally.
It's very interesting. Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft, but it's bullshit. And it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy, 1, and 2, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Of course you do. You just named your whole life is based on fucking men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times were to get hard, or war were to start, or famine, or riots, the first thing you do is find a big strong man, shit yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a fucking broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes. It's garbage. And this is the very interesting thing. I'll make a point here, which is going to give me...
Before he makes another point, we know this to be true because of what recently happened. We recently just had a pandemic, not even 2-3 years ago. Literally about 2-3 years ago, where you had a lot of women losing their jobs. They was unemployed. They couldn't figure out how to pay their bills, freaking out. I've never had so many women contact me and ask me for little things like, hey, can you come with me to the store? What do you mean, come with you to the store? Oh, well, they've been attacking and then they've been doing this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people have been stealing. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on. I need you to walk with me to, drive with me to the store and make sure that nobody tries to attack, nobody tries to hurt, nobody tries to do this, that, third. I've done that for at least, I want to say 5, 6 of my homegirls. I'm not even exaggerating. That's how scared they were. Just like he said, all that feminist crap goes out the window when there's rioting, there's looting, there's a war, there's a draft. What happened to Ukraine could possibly, I hope not, but what happened to Ukraine could possibly happen here. Another country just saying, you know what, screw it, let's attack America, let's do this, that, and the third. And now we're in a position where we have to make a decision or decisions as far as drafting people that's above 18. All that feminist crap goes out the window, and I can almost guarantee you there's going to be feminist women. Oh, well, I don't want to be drafted into a war. I'm a woman. Well, what happened to anything a woman could do, a man can do? Car breaks down, you need to get it done. Get it on your own. Figure it out. All that stuff goes out the window when certain things, and this is my problem with not just the whole feminist thing, but my problem with like the racism, the equality issues, political parties, religion, and stuff like that. Everybody wants all these things only if it benefits them. If they don't find a benefit, if they don't have a benefit for it, or if it doesn't benefit them, and let me say it like that, if it doesn't benefit them in any type of way, they don't care about it. And that's my whole thing, my whole ideology about it, and the reason why I don't like it. Because you cannot pick and choose when you want this, but then you don't want that. No, it's either you take it or you don't take it. There is no in-between gray shaded areas.
Canceled again, but I don't give a fuck. But this is the point. Feminism in and of itself can't be defended. Any idea, the point of an idea is that it can be defended by the people who believe in it. This has been the whole point of war since the dawn of time. It doesn't matter if it was the Christians against the Hindus. It doesn't matter if it was the Germans against the French. There were people who had ideas and ideologies, and they're prepared to fight each other to defend their ideology. Feminism is an ideology which cannot be defended by feminists. The only people who could defend feminism are the men who subscribe to the garbage. If all the feminists were to get in a line and say, we want feminism, and the conservative men were to get in a line, you will learn very quickly it's bullshit. I had a friend in Afghanistan when Taliban kicked America out, and he told me the Americans were telling the girls they could go to school. So they built all these girls' schools, and they put the Afghanistani defense forces there, and they funded the Afghanistan defense forces to to protect these schools. You had American satellites, you had night vision goggles. Taliban were afraid to attack. America leaves. Now you have Afghani defense forces. They're basically blind. They don't have satellites anymore. Don't have night vision, whatever. So now it's a real war. The men are standing next to this girls' school. The Taliban are coming. You're some dude. You're standing there, and you're looking at this girls' school going, I don't really give a fuck if girls go to school. Bounce. And you didn't fight. So that's why they all gave up and Taliban took over so quickly. And when I said this, the girls like, yeah, they should have fought for us, feminism. Why don't the women fight?
Can I ask?
Oh, wait, the women can't defend their own fucking idea. You need men to defend feminism. So that's why the whole thing is stupid. So the second men don't defend it, it just fails as a fucking ideology. It's garbage.
May I tell you something now? So this is the thing. This is when we assume that women perhaps don't have the physical or even mental ability to go to a war. Wait, because this is the thing. For example, in Ukraine, a lot of women took up arms. And in fact, I'm Angolan. I'm Angolan. I'm Angolan. And
don't lie.
Listen, wait, don't worry. I'll talk about my personal story. Let me tell you something. This is the thing. I think it's also really like silly to assume that, for example, a woman, because she didn't go to school, she'll not be as intelligent as a man. Therefore, naturally, a woman is not intelligent. No, it doesn't make sense. If we're now starting to normalize equality and we want to put everybody in the forefront, give a woman a gun.
Who's normalizing equality?
Well, that's what people are wanting. Then that's
people
the case.
Like who?
Let me tell you, Auntie.
Who wants to normalize equality? People like who? Feminists. Who else wants to?
Well, actually, no equality. I want respect. That's really what I want.
Stopping you from getting respect.
Exactly.
No, I get respect.
I get respect. I get respect.
So,
that's what I want. That's what I like.
Respect.
What I think is,
you don't even know what you want.
I'll tell you what I want.
Know what you want. You want
as a woman, I carry myself differently. I actually hold the things that I have done in the fights that I fought. I hold it. That's why when you speak to me, I don't move different. I move different to many of the girls. That's why when you talk to me and you argue with me, I don't take it. You do sometimes. And I'll tell you something. A lot of women may have the accolades to be somebody, but they are uncomfortable to own that. And the reason why, then I would like to ask you, for example, I do need a man, for example, to, procreate. But other than that, I'm quite strong. And I would find a way to protect myself differently. With that mentality, what would be the man that would be for me then?
Denava, what would you do if one of these security guards broke into your door?
What would I do? I'll tell you.
What would you do? What would you do? No, seriously,
she's a feminist.
I'll tell you. No, I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist. I'm a bit smarter.
Okay,
Either I'd play dead, one. Yeah.
Okay, they see you're not dead.
It's okay.
They
no, I'd be
breathing.
like this. And then if not, maybe I would kind of like be very gentle and comply to find a way to get out of it.
So
if they want to come and kill me, there's not much that many people can do.
But let's make an important point. You're talking about equality equaling respect. The way you get respect as a woman is by being feminine. There's nothing, we can be equal and very, very different. I'm not saying that there's not equality, but you've confused equality with the same. You can be equal with completely different things. You can have a bishop and a knight on a chessboard. They're equal in terms of points, but they do different things, right? A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man gets respect for being very good at being a man. When a woman decides she wants to act like a man, or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where all gets fucked up. We try and pretend it's all the same. It's not the same. Men and women are good at different things. We have different strengths, different weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team, we have a beautiful family, we're happy forever. It's only confused where you have women who sit and go, no, because in the name of equality, we can fight and work. There's no fucking women on the front line in Ukraine. That is psyop bullshit. They put some chick there dancing around doing Pokemon dances to try and convince men to go fucking die in a ditch. It's garbage. If you go to the front line of Ukraine right now, you do not see women in their makeup and their manicures. You see fucking men in the freezing cold dying. You know where the women are? Dubai. Chilling. That's where the women are. So to sit and pretend that women are just as capable physically as men is a fucking lie. It's delusion. To say that you're as strong as men is delusion. You are good at other things. You're better than men at a lot of things, but it's not the physical world.
Because you.
I'm trying to think what's excellent video. Just pearly things. Brittany Renner was in it. She really didn't say too much. She said maybe a sentence or two, but there's really it really wasn't much for her to say. It really wasn't much for her to say. And that's why she sat there in a corner. Let me see if I can pull it up. Sat there in a corner, all quiet, right? This is her. Any other day, she'd have been jumping up and down, voicing her opinion and all this, that, and the third. She knows for a fact that a lot of the things that this man is saying is right, which is the reason why Brittany Renner, when she got on the same podcast, Just Pearly Things podcast, and she said, yo, listen, I regret being a 304. I regret doing this. I regret doing that. Because she knows, just like everybody else knows, damn, I may have screwed myself up in the long run as far as getting into a relationship or whatever it is that she wants. Who knows? Maybe she, I imagine that she wants to be in a relationship because she says she wants to be married. But I think she screwed herself in the long run as far as her possibly getting married to a guy, a high value man or whatever, man making over $100,000, $250,000, $500,000. And she has nobody to blame but herself. Now with this, I forgot her name. I believe she said her name. I can't remember what her name was. The woman that's in the middle, a lot of stuff that was coming out of her mouth was cap as far as what she said was going on in Ukraine, as far as what she would do if the 2 security guards broke into her house. Oh, I would try to talk my way. I would try to, no, like, it's just cap. Ma'am, you would have called the police and prayed to God that a man comes to save you. That's what you would have done. That's it. I don't know why it's so hard for you to admit that. I don't know why it's so hard for, like, for a lot of feminists to admit that, yes, you will have to depend on a man to either help you or save you, what it pays to be, if you get stranded, if your car broke down, if you did this, that, third. It really irks them for whatever reason. I don't understand why, but it really irks them and it hurts their ego for whatever reason. I know for a fact if I had them 2 big ass security guards breaking in my house, I'm going to do whatever I can to get one of their ass injured. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And this takes me back to what I was saying about damn, what was I saying, bro? I should have made the point earlier, but I was trying to save it for the end of the video. Now I forgot what I was about to say. But anyway, it's all good. Yeah, man, I just, me personally, I just don't like that whole nonsense, bro. I really, really wish that a lot of women would just keep it real and be honest, because the conversation will go way, 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 way more smooth if they could just keep it real. If they can just keep it real online, in person, keep it real with themselves, you will be able to accept a lot more things that happens to you and around you if you had that realization. But for whatever reason, a lot of y'all choose to continue to live in La La Land, this fake ass fantasy world that doesn't exist. And then you wake up one day, 10, 20 years later, damn, what happened? What happened to myself? Why am I here? Why am I there? Andrew Tate made a bunch of great points. A bunch of great points. And it really, really kills me mainly because I look at it like this, right? You could say whatever you want to say to whatever people, whether you're right or wrong, right? You can say whatever you want to say. There will always be people that's going to doubt you and feel any type of way about you. Even people that watch the video, you know, in the comments, I'm sure, that disagree with what Andrew Tate said. But the fact of the matter remains, everything that this man said is accurate. It's true. And he's speaking from the mindset of majority of guys that's out here, right? When it comes to dating, when it comes to he spoke earlier about like the insecurities of men. A lot of those things that he said is true. So whether you want to believe it or not, hey yo, that's up to you. I'm really mad, man. I wanted to say something earlier, man. I didn't want to say it, but now I forgot what I wanted to say. So it's all good. I want y'all to comment down below and let me know what y'all thought about this video, man. Great video. Shout out to Pearly Thing. Shout out to Brittany Renner. Shout out to the lady in the middle. I forgot her name. And then shout out to Andrew Tate. Yeah, I think that's it, man. Yeah, this video went on way too long, but it's all good. Thanks for watching. Please, 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 if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, man. Also, to hit that bell symbol on the side. Anytime I make an upload, notification will pop up and alert you. Also, too, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that share. I look forward to reading your comments, if any. So, until next time, please, man, be safe for her, cub.